All right. You want to get started?
Dude, I look like a good old boy right now. I don't like it.
You look like you just started your career in truck driving.
Oh,
You look like an undercover cop.
hey, my fellow kids.
Y'all want any spice?
Tax these nuts, fed boy.
And welcome to another episode of the Bored Till Death podcast. I am Taylor. Andrew, you look constipated. You okay over there?
What?
You look like you.
No, I was
What's up, Ben? How you
considering.
doing,
I was
man?
considering interrupting you. That's what was going on, but I didn't do it.
Why would you interrupt me? I'm starting the show.
To introduce it myself, just to see if
Do
you
want
would let it
Go
happen.
ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Introduce the show,
No.
Andrew. I want to hear it.
All right.
I'm waiting.
Bippity boppity, we're back.
How we doing, boys? How was y'all's week? The usual.
Good. I my week in general wasn't that eventful, but had a pretty great afternoon this afternoon. So
Oh, please tell us what happened.
I spent most of the day.
Let me guess.
What?
Did you take photos?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I know. I spent I spent most of the day today working on a
And
bunch of stuff.
this is what the people come back for.
Yeah. Photo talk. Insert the sports metal
No,
song
just
in
leave
here.
it. No, just leave it.
Anyways.
Insert the sports.
No, I spent most of the day working on stuff that we will talk about later for the podcast. But then
Oh yes.
yeah, but then once Aaron was off, we took Landon, and there's a lake nearby where a lot of people that have money come up here like half the year and hang out there because there's like beach houses and stuff that surround the lake. It actually reminds me a lot of the type of houses you'd find like Pacific Northwest along the coastline.
Oh, remember that one little village area we found when someone in our party had to pee, and we were just sitting there like, "Oh, this is nice.
This is a nice
We should
place.
Come back."
Yeah. It's got that kind of feel to it. So we took him and we just walked around the lake, and I got to snap some photos, caught sunset, and then we came back home and I caught up on Rings of Power, and now here I am.
Yeah, hell yeah. Good. Nice little Friday evening.
Yeah, it was good.
Benny boy, how you doing, man?
I am here. I am Ben.
Golden magic card this week. Did you find one?
I mean, I have like 16 sitting right in front of me, but that's just
Wow.
because
Have you gone through them yet?
because I spent money on the actual fancy deck. So
How much is that?
I mean it. It depends on the set. The one I got from Amazon, because Wizards does a weird thing with Amazon, but you can buy it from Amazon or from your local store, and it's like $5 off. It's like $11 for a fancy deck.
That's not bad.
And the set is not like the most like overpowered meta game deck, but there is something called Double Masters, which like maybe 3 people listening will know about. And it's like a callback to a lot of old cards and reprints and stuff. And I think the collector pack for that is $80 for 15 cards.
That's not too bad.
Not
If you find a good one.
If you find a good one, and then you find yourself buying 5 of them.
No.
I've been pretty chill on the Magic side and just working. Got my arm blasted with some color on Sunday, and that was.
Oh shit!
Oh, how's that coming along? I haven't even seen it. Ooh, coming together.
That's a Coke can.
For our audience out there, it looks good.
Got some greens and
Hell
blues,
yeah.
some wild colors. So
When you first
Hell
got that and you sent me the picture of the outline, my mom asked to see it, and I was like, I was showing it to her, and I was like, so it's a samurai, but his entire face is the mouth. And she's like, what? So that's why she wanted to see, and I showed it. She was like, that's something.
It's a mob reaction.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah, it's something that I talked to my artist. I was like, because he's done a few small pieces, and I was like, hey man, like I don't have any color on my arms or anything. Like I kind of want to do some color, and he does more traditional stuff, but he does a big H.R. Geiger influence on a lot of it. Well, on what he does on me. So like the whole snake looks kind of like xenomorph style. And he's just like, hey man, here's what I'm thinking. And he asks like your typical tattooer. He's like, all right, so I'm thinking about this. And like, I think he's like waiting for me to respond with, well, what about if we do this color or that? And I just kind of go, yes, just do it.
Yes.
I do not care. I am so excited about this. Like, cause it's something he came up with. And I was like, I
just get weird with it. And yeah.
I'm the same way. I always tell them like, I want your creativity on me. I don't want to hold you back from something you don't want to do and stuff. So I'll give them some direction on what I want it to look like. You know, of course I don't want something bad on me, but for the most part, I just tell them to go to town on me. That's the only way to go.
A good tattoo artist can make anything look good, but when they're tattooing something that they're into, it just comes out all the better. So
exactly. Imagine being forced to play music you don't want to play. Well, it's just going to sound pretty lame and stuff, you know. But, man, Jade sent a photo to a group chat earlier, and Andrew and I started going at it, and I told him we need to slow it down and bring this to the podcast.
Oh boy,
I think it's a good conversation. She posted this photo. It has 4 actors on it. It's Adam Sandler, Will Smith, Johnny Depp, and Jim Carrey. And it says one has to go with all their career, like everything they've ever done. And Andrew and I were getting heated in this one. It's safe to say, I think Jim Carrey is safe here, right? All 3 of us.
Yeah. Oh, I already know my answer in that in this realm. I'm just letting you do your spiel.
Okay. Well, now I want to know what yours is then.
Will Smith gone immediately.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, I want to. Okay, I say Johnny Depp. And Andrew, you are...
I'm honestly, I'm kind of split between Sandler and Will Smith.
You were going heavy on Adam Sandler.
That was my gut.
Say, boy, Adam
Sandler. Adam Sandler was my gut at first. I was like, man, you're talking like all these franchises and everything, and then this guy just does like some cool comedies back in the day, and now he's way past his prime. That was my gut reaction.
Just some cool comedies back then. Come on,
classics. Man. O'Doyle's Rules.
O'Doyle's Rules.
But Will Smith is equally, if probably now, I've had some space from it now, and Will Smith is probably a little more eligible for the number 1 pick.
I could see Will Smith being the pick because what has he done recently that's like a staple?
Trash. He's a garbage man. It's all been trash.
Yes, exactly. Gemini Man, y'all remember that trash?
I never even watched it.
Version of Will Smith. I didn't even watch it either. It just looked terrible.
Will Smith's hunting the Fresh Prince. What's happening?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he has such iconic movies and shows from the 90s that it's almost the Adam Sandler effect. I honestly only like one Johnny Depp movie out there, and that's why he's my pick.
That's going to be so controversial to some listeners.
Well, first off, I'm not a big Tim Burton fan. It is what it is. I'm not.
Ben scoffed at that. I don't know if that's because he loves Tim Burton or not.
Emily, did you hear that?
Don't bring Emily. No,
I've liked some of his stuff.
Trust me, Jade's the same way. She's a diehard.
I just had that Sully meme where it's just like deep fried and his eyes are bulging and he's just like
he's like, oh.
I wanted to say something so bad.
Go ahead. No, let it rip. I'm here for it.
No, okay. Oh no, don't actually come in. I was just joking.
No, bring her on.
It's part of the bit.
Bring her on.
No. So
hi, Emily.
Who are we talking about again?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, okay, is fantastic. In all I have to say is Nightmare on Elm Street.
I don't count. I guess he was the main character.
You don't count. He was an actor in a movie. My God.
I mean, his death scene was pretty badass. That's for damn sure.
It was the best.
Yep.
So that you got that.
Jay just texted me. Y'all talking
Pirates
shit.
Of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. I am not a fan of.
Yeah, same.
No, neither am I. But his acting in it and like the character that he created.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
fantastic.
Taylor. I think Taylor was going off of the amount of movies they've seen, like their work that he's enjoyed. I was going off of a little mix of that and their acting ability. But
I'm going for both because even with Tim Burton stuff, like Tim Burton has, yes, a very eclectic taste. Like they are hyper stylized. Yeah. Like Big Fish is one of my favorite movies ever.
That is a good movie. I forget.
I didn't even know he did that.
So I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that was Tim Burton. But like, aside from like, I'll forgive you. I won't talk about it. But like compared to Will Smith, I guess we're just going on to why I said Will Smith.
Let's hear it.
Johnny Depp, very recognizable. He's got good. He's a good actor, and also after the last how many months with this whole Amber Heard thing, Johnny Depp is always a win. I'm not
even counting that.
I'm not even counting it. I'm just adding that as like a little cherry on top of like, hey, my boy needs to win.
While Johnny Depp was having this, Will Smith was slapping people. So I give you that.
Yeah. Also, like Will Smith is like, anyways, Adam Sandler, iconic movies.
Yep.
That he has made,
Big Daddy,
like Wedding Singer, Billy Madison, Big Daddy,
banger, yes.
Happy Gilmore,
yes. He has fallen off a little bit, but he doesn't need to do. Oh, also Little Nicky, and it's coming back.
I literally saw it on Netflix today. I'm like, I'm watching it this weekend. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Little Nicky.
Popeye's chicken is the shit. Bite his freaking head off, dude. That movie's so good. But like, so Adam Sandler has like these staples and classics, and he is a good comedian, and he's also smart. Like, why does he care if he makes good movies anymore? They're cheap.
He's doing his thing.
He only he signed like a $500 million contract with Netflix. That's why he keeps pumping out all these Netflix movies.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and they're good. And then you watch Uncut Gems, and he's like actually like a good like he came out of the closet and was like, hey, you guys need me to act real quick for sure. Okay. Back to my regular BS.
Hold up. That ending to Uncut Gems was so unexpected. I love that movie so much. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Adam Sandler, Johnny Depp,
Jim Carrey is untouchable.
Will Smith, and who else?
We're not even. No.
Oh yeah, Jim Carrey. I don't even need to say anything.
Off the list.
All I need to say, and again, I think I talked about this a few weeks ago, but the Sonic series.
Oh yeah.
If you watch Sonic just for Jim Carrey, you will leave a happy person. But yeah, Will Smith, dude. I mean, what do you have? Men in Black and Fresh Prince. Like
Fresh Prince is iconic.
The best part of Fresh Prince wasn't even Will Smith. It was all the supporting cast. Whose dance move is the most recognizable in that show?
Come on, the scene his dad's scene where he's like, "Why don't you walk me, man?"
Yes,
come on, that's iconic drama, right?
No. There was iconic parts, yes, with him.
But I gotta say, I'm including his rap career too. I enjoy his music.
True. I will say though, I do think you have a point where if it was just Will Smith, I don't think Fresh Prince would have ended up being as iconic. Dude, Uncle Phil, that whole family, everybody that surrounded him, made it iconic. He was the
except
head.
His aunt. He replaced him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wild Wild West was one of those movies growing up that I love, but it's just not a good
God,
movie.
It's so bad.
I always laugh when I hear the fact that he was supposed to play. They wanted him to play Neo in The Matrix, but he turned it down for Wild Wild West.
Yep.
Y'all didn't hear about that?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, they were gonna cast him. Yeah. I wonder where Keanu would be.
I know
with that career move.
Would he just be stuck with Bill and Ted
I feel like
rep?
Keanu would still be, which is okay. That's what I was gonna say, and there was nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, Bill and Ted's awesome. No, I
wish I had a guitar solo.
He did have iRobot, which I actually really enjoy.
That was like his last movie. We enjoyed.
That was like the last one, yeah.
But again, who was the supporting actor?
Shia LaBeouf and
Alan Tudyk.
Oh yeah.
No, Alan Tudyk was the robot, and he was the best part of that movie. Will Smith is like an iconic superstar. That's a good.
I always think about Shia LaBeouf and his character in that movie, and he's like, "Mother damn," and like
the Russian
doesn't know how to curse.
The Russian. His Transformer scene. It's like all the buttons on the calculator you don't touch. the Russian language. Oh, but there's all right. The reason I say Johnny Depp, honestly, Will Smith probably is the choice. But the only thing I say Johnny Depp is there's only one movie I put on that I love that Johnny Depp does, and that's just me. Blow. I don't know if y'all have seen that one. It's a great movie.
Long
It's been a
time since.
long-
But
time.
I will say though, I am a sucker for biopics. I don't know why. It's just my.
Oh, yeah,
Did you
I
like?
do biopics.
Did you like Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
I actually haven't seen that.
Okay, it is good.
That's really
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've
No.
seen it, but I remember liking it a lot.
No, it's just.
very
Yeah.
90s feel, but
You know what? I'm a sucker for.
And
that.
I'm actually one of those guys. I think the series has a lot of issues for sure, but I actually enjoy Pirates. I don't like the second one like at all, hardly. I don't like when they went off brand and did the Jack Sparrow centered movie for the fourth one. But dude, the third Pirates movie at World's End, I will watch that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
on repeat. The one that
Is
opens
that
up
the one
with,
where he gets swallowed by Kraken?
that's
by
the
the
second
Kraken?
one.
yeah, the one with
That's
Bill
the second
Nye.
one. Okay.
Yeah, the third
no.
one is the
What-
one where it ends with they're trying to release Calypso, and there's a big ending battle inside of a maelstrom, and it's the one that opens up with all the pirates being hanged, and they start simultaneously singing. The
Oh,
Yo-Ho
that
song.
opening scene. Yeah, that opening scene's
Dude,
pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah. My
That's a series I've been meaning to rewatch. It's been a long time.
I watched them all for the first time. I saw the first one a million times. I watched them all for the first time with Jade about a year ago, and like my issue is they're just too kiddie for pirate movies for me. I like they're pirates. They're not. You know what they are? They're like my complaint about Ultron in Age of Ultron. He's just not menacing enough. It's like that same humor. You know. It's
Yeah,
just,
that's fair.
that's how I feel the whole movie. You know, it is what it is.
I wonder why.
Because it's Disney.
Because it's based off of a boat ride.
I do love that boat ride.
To be fair, those movies they do get pretty dark at times for a movie franchise based off of a ride for a kids amusement park.
Yeah, it's true.
But
I used to
I
ride
get
that
what you
ride
mean though,
every
because
time.
I
It was a
grew up
go-to.
because I grew up obsessed with pirates, and the older I got and the more I learned about the golden age of pirates and like what it was like to be one and to live in times where you're afraid to even be out on the water at all or live on the coast for fear of being raided and all this stuff. It doesn't measure up to the like pirate fantasy that they created for the franchise at all in terms of menacing atmosphere or whatever.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them for what they are, especially for what it built up to until the third one. The third one is like, I love that movie.
That's an interesting question I now have. Which time would you choose to live in if you had a choice, but you don't get to choose
Out of any
what
time?
you do? Yeah. So you have like pirates, knights, or the
So
what time period would you want
so
to be in?
if I say Viking era, I can't be a Viking. It's like a random.
It's not that you can't
it's just-
be. It's just that you don't get.
Can you
was
choose
like,
what part of the
we had-
world you
we
live
had-
in at that time?
Sure. Yeah.
Italian Renaissance.
Cool.
It's a mostly peaceful time. Lots of art and everything.
Boo, safe pick.
No, that was fun. Okay, well, you're also talking to the guy that used to be like absolutely obsessed with Assassin's Creed 2. So
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, okay.
That's very true.
I love everything that has to do with Italian Renaissance and stuff. So there you go.
So are we like transforming into that life, or like I get to visit it for like a day?
No. Like if you were to
Be
like,
born again?
if someone came up to you and like, you have 3 doors to choose now. You have to walk through one of them. You get to choose which one, but this is now where you step off into, like, or live a life in that time. I don't know, but yeah, not visiting. Like you were there.
Even as a child, I loved the game growing up. Like I always found the Oregon Trail like imagine seeing all those things for the first time.
Syphilis. Wow.
Yeah, I died of dysentery. But no, I always thought that exploration was pretty dope coming out west.
That's a pretty good answer. Yeah, just the exploration of.
Imagine them coming across the Rocky Mountains for the first time.
And then-
like, what the fuck is
and then-
this?
Plot twist: you were a Native American instead of being an explorer.
Fighting the predator.
You're just like, God damn it!
What about you, Ben?
Mine is either, and I never know how to pronounce it because I trip myself up, but the Edo or Edo. I think it's Edo.
Oh,
Japan.
okay.
Oh, yeah, during the
With like
heavy samurai
during
days.
samurai and like the different clans like fighting over dominance of Japan, and it's just like 1 minute it's very peaceful. You're just chilling,
a
and then the next,
bloodbath.
like, I am now. Murder scene.
I would say if you're gonna live in at any point in Japan when it comes to samurai and all that stuff and that culture, you'd want to be like at the height of it, the golden age, not when it started to turn into industrial, like because then industrializing Japan, the government came in and was just like, we don't like you anymore, and started like mass killing
Yeah,
what?
samurai.
Yeah, no, hey, like the height, like beginning to mid,
Yeah.
and like, you know, where you can still
Yeah.
maybe be a samurai.
My messed up brain was like, you get transformed to there, and it's like, oh, I'm in Japan. They're like, what time is it? Oh, it's 1945 in Hiroshima. I'm like, oh,
Jesus Christ.
the sun is coming up very bright.
Oh man, talk about
It's
you have 3
That's
doors.
fucked up.
You can pick one to walk through. Oh, why does this one look so bright?
the sun is cranked up today. Jesus.
Oh boy. No, I think that's a pretty good answer. Speaking of
It
that, I don't know if we're ready to get off track here or not, but you mentioned a Tom Cruise movies last week. You're mentioning feudal Japan and that whole era this week. Anybody ever seen The Last Samurai?
I've actually never have.
Yeah, that was one of the most
Dude.
influential movies on me as
I
like
would-
an 8-year-old.
I actually never saw it.
Like watching
Yes.
the samurai come across the Gatling gun, and I was like, oh, like
Top 5 movies. It's in my top 5.
Never saw it, and honestly, I don't have a big interest in the samurai culture and stuff. That's just
It's
That's just me, though.
it's less about that and more about a story of like clashing of 2 time periods. Like Japan's trying to industrialize, and the samurai
isn't it
are
like industrial revolution type vibe or stuff's going on.
it's about like the clashing of ideals and stuff like that, and how you wage
Yeah.
warfare and what makes you an honorable soldier as opposed to just bloodthirsty and like all. Dude, oh my god! And when I remember when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, they have a white dude, Tom Cruise, playing a Japanese samurai.
Holy whitewash!
I was like, this is not convincing. And then you actually watch the movie, and he's an American cavalryman who gets recruited
yeah,
by the Japanese government to try and help him deal with the samurai, and he gets, anyways. But very good.
I've
movie.
always said I was going to watch it. I just never get to it.
Tearjerker too. Oh my
I have
god.
a good cry.
yeah, it's kind of sad.
They really don't make movies like they used to. They really don't.
No.
When's the last time? I can't remember the last like movie that's like impactful in my life that I watched that was new.
Let's say I cried like 3 times last week. I'm trying to remember what I watched, but no, I mean it was Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
yeah.
Like, that was like,
But I'm just talking about movie experience,
Uh,
I think the last movie that was like I saw in theaters, not including like comic book movies, because that's kind of what's taken over.
Yeah.
Maybe Interstellar, but even that's not like a Twister in my life. Twister is iconic.
did you never see The Northman?
I never saw it.
I did it. I never got to see it, but it is on
Ah.
my. Whenever I see it on pop up, I'm watching it.
Yeah, because
I just saw
I just
that
never made it to the
movie-
theater for that one, but I definitely want to watch it.
that movie looks awesome.
I've always given my friend, because I have a few friends that are like A24 diehards, and when A24 was like kind of picking up speed, I kind of myself I was
A24 is a
looking
production
at it
company.
and-
If y'all don't know,
and I was like, man, this is it's just a bunch of art house like snobbery. Okay, and then like Northman came out and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I still have to
I
movie
watch
haven't.
that.
I
Oh my-
need to watch that one
that
too.
wrecked
Yeah.
me.
That one looks
Um,
cool.
And then I of course afterwards I find out the same dudes did the Swiss Army Man, and I was like, this makes so much
Yeah.
more sense.
I've always meant to watch that one
but
just
yeah.
for the soundtrack.
A24 definitely knocking it out. Oh yeah.
How was there was that other one, The Green Knight? Was that what it was called?
Yeah, The Green Knight.
That's another A24, right?
It is.
I love
it good?
yes. That's a movie.
The Green Knight is an
That's a movie.
extremely acquired taste. I will say that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's episodic, so the whole movie, it has an overarching narrative, but it's told in little increments of short stories about his journey to the main goal and all that.
Gotcha.
And some of the shit that happens, I was like, what the hell? What is this? What is happening? But by the time you
Yeah.
reach the end, it's just a very beautifully laid out line of themes that it gets dark before the end of it, and then
I love a good dark.
It's an Arthurian tale, so it's very poetic and it's very high and mighty in terms of like it's just very artsy.
It's very heady.
It is very heady. That's the word.
If you God, thank you for asking this on the stories now, because I'm hearing every time I say like.
Welcome to my hell.
If you watch the trailer for Green Knight and you think, this looks fun, I want to watch this, go watch The Northman first.
Okay.
Because The Northman
the action
is that very action focused. The Green Knight is a beautiful movie. Like, it doesn't need action, but the comment that with the people I went to go see with was like, oh, that was boring. Like, I wanted more like fighting and like knightliness, and it was more of a character story just set in that.
It's a personal journey.
Yeah. So it was good, but
I watched a mini series on HBO recently that kind of reminds me of what y'all talking about. It's called Station 11. I don't know if y'all have seen that one.
I've heard of it,
but it's a post-apocalyptic show about a traveling like theater that goes around like Lake Michigan, the Great Lakes and stuff in the future. But it does a lot of flashbacks up to the time before and how everything came to be and stuff. What?
Have we talked about this before?
Have we?
I feel like we have this.
Jamal, you writing down the notes? Did we talk about this last
Jamal,
week?
we lined it up right now. Well, anyways, if we did, I enjoyed that show. It sounds very similar in the artistic point of view and stuff. It's very good. And it follows Hamlet too. So it's
okay. Yeah, it's one of those things for me. I'll probably end up watching it again at some point, because not even just with the story, but also visually, it is an experience. Visually, it's beautiful. But it's, for a lot of people, I feel like it would be a one and done kind of thing. You go and see it, or you watch it at home, and it's just like, that was a thing, and then it's it.
That's how I feel with Tarantino movies, basically. I don't watch Tarantino's after I watch it one time. That's,
now that you mention it, I don't think I ever have either.
Except Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, I've only ever, like, I love Tarantino movies, and I think I've only ever watched Django more than once. Django and Inglourious Bastards.
I never even
seen
saw
Inglourious
Django.
Bastards, a good handful.
Oh, and Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction was always running in the background.
I've only saw that one once. I watched them. They're great. Let's put that one back away. That was a ride.
Yeah.
I just refer to them as the Foot franchise.
The foot? What?
It's Tarantino.
Oh, his foot fetish. Yes,
he has
that's
a
right.
foot
There's
fetish.
always
He has a
feet.
foot fetish. So he had Salma Hayek put her foot in his face in that Dusk to Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you sneaky bastard.
Yeah. No, trust me. It's imperative to the plot. Trust me. Just do it. Just do it.
We need to do this. Well, I did watch another classic one I loved this weekend though. Perfect Storm. That one gets me every goddamn time. I love that movie growing up.
I was terrified.
It always scared me because I was on the water a lot. Yeah, I was offshore all the time with my dad. So watching that one always terrified me. But it's a great movie. It's always fun watching these 90s movies we love now after a long time, and just the graphics were just not as great as we thought they were.
Yeah.
Was Perfect Storm the 90s?
Oh yeah, it was 96. We just watch it every time.
That was 2000.
Was it 2000?
I mean, it was filmed in the 90s, sure, but it came out in 2000.
Took place in 1991.
I have no idea.
Okay, that doesn't count for when it's filmed.
It's a 90s movie. I don't want to hear it.
What do you look at, like Star Wars, and they're like, "Whoa, dude!
Yeah,
you guys
traveled
to the future."
Yeah, have you guys ever seen The Last Kingdom with Orlando Bloom? It's pretty good for an 1100s movie.
Andrew, fuck off.
Really impressive camera work for the 1100s. I
didn't
tell
know
you.
they had cameras back then.
Y'all, it always feels. Y'all remember what do we call them? Straight to DVD movies back in the day.
Yeah.
But now it's all like, I swear, like that term is completely gone. Now they're just, Netflix pops out these movies that were those movies back then. I swear, like I'd be watching it, it's like, why am I watching this? It should be
Yeah,
like on.
the term's gone, but the movies are still there. It just changed format.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say though, there's a lot of big names popping up in all these streaming movies.
Oh yeah.
I've seen like Kevin Hart in like 5 damn Netflix movies the last 3 months. I don't even enjoy going to the movie theater anymore, to be honest with y'all.
What?
Oh, I do.
Nah, it's just.
I live for the theater.
I used to, and
The
I just.
theater.
The theater.
Sorry.
But this is art.
Daddy, I want to go to the theater.
Here we go.
Do you not watch? Do you not watch? What is it? What We Do in the Shadows? The show.
I've only seen the
watched a
first.
few.
I've only seen the first season. I want to catch up with it. It looks so good.
It's
It does.
in
It looks.
New York City. Theater. Like,
I love-
dude, theaters are great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. It's just dropping $60 every damn time or whatever we go.
Who dropped $60? Let me tell you the perfect strategy for the movie theater. We call it the white trash dinner date. Okay.
Nope. Okay.
Emily and I, we go.
covered
to
this
Olive
last
Garden and
week.
Load up.
No.
The
Jamal,
Treasure Coast date.
We want that.
It's the Treasure Coast date.
For emphasis, you're spending $60. You do the date. You load up. You don't need to buy all the snacks.
Yeah.
Now I am one who likes to have a snack and a drink.
I like a
I'm
popcorn. Yes, thank you.
So you go grab a $1 box of candy. There's your sweets,
well, yeah, we
and
do
you
that.
stuff it in your jacket. And you
The-
walk in. You go, hey man, give me a large Coke and a large popcorn. That's like $13-$14.
The theater I go to, it's the only really good one to go to. It's like $40 to get tickets for 2 movies.
Then your
or 2.
bougie ass needs to go to somewhere that's normal.
It's a
Stop going to the fancy
Cinemark.
one.
It's a Cinemark.
I thought you were about to yell, it's a cinema.
But it's cinema. It's literally a Cinemark. It's what everyone. It's in a mall. They fucking charge. Now, okay, I do get the comfy seats. I will say that.
Yeah.
But
Now,
I'm not sitting in those old crusty ones. Thank you very much.
no, well, I thought, now granted, maybe I'm just naive, but here in Asheville, all the theaters have the recliner.
Yeah.
lounge
it's
chairs,
pretty.
and
It's
there's
pretty. Yeah, it's standard.
there is one differentiating factor though is one of the theaters has heated seats, but
Oh.
terrible sound.
Oh, what
Wow.
theater is
Center
that?
Channels.
Heated.
That's the
seats.
one over behind Target,
Oh,
like an actual in town.
isn't that a Cinemark too? What is that? I can't remember.
That's a AMC.
Oh, yeah, AMC. Okay.
So the AMC in town has heated seats, but their sound is terrible. We've gone there 4 times. Like we saw Buzz Lightyear and Sonic both. Could hardly hear what anyone was saying.
Oh, I remember
But
you complaining about that. Yeah.
Goddamn explosions! I could hear perfectly.
That's no good.
Yeah.
The Regal is recliner, no heat, kind of,
This
whatever, it's
heat
in the
is
bougie
new
part
to
of
me.
town.
I didn't know that was a
Oh,
thing.
dude, let me tell you, with a little warm butt and a nice, cold pop,
Oh.
you're set.
Warm
for a
butt.
movie experience.
Warm butt, cold pop.
Let me a warm butt and a cold Coke. Hell yeah! No, that's new.
And yes, the convenience at home is great, but have you ever seen a horror movie with 30 other random people shouting random stuff? Have you ever
Oh.
been to a premiere
Yeah, that's the
where
thing
everyone's
about theaters.
yelling?
You get to
It's a communal experience.
yeah, especially with
I
what.
saw in-game in theaters. I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Especially if you're going to go and watch the big blockbusters, like the newer, like the comic book movies, and like you said, like the horror
I do
movies
go
and
see
stuff
them.
like that. There's something special about seeing that in theaters with a massive group of people that are all there for the same reason, and
Yeah.
people just freaking out when people walk onto screen that we haven't seen
Oh, yeah.
before and stuff like that.
I will say I don't understand. Oh, I'm cutting you off.
no. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
you better
ahead.
sit back down.
Go.
I do not understand the round of applause.
Oh God!
The
It's-
screen cannot hear you.
the
They
people that
do not
clap.
care.
The people that clap are the same people that stand up on an airplane when the plane lands, right away. The same exact person. Same exact person. No, I feel you.
If you
I
do
do.
that, stop.
Please stop. I do go to your big movies. I mean, I see the Marvel films and stuff in theaters,
Yeah.
obviously, but no one. Who goes see a drama? I just don't do that. I'd rather watch it at home. I don't. Plus, you can do things at home that you can't do at a theater. If you know what I mean.
He wants to smoke while he watches. That's what that means.
Thank you. Thank you.
So again,
Thank you.
easily conquered pregame. But
yeah, I like sitting on my couch and keep going at it, you know.
Like you watch stuff like
Got a
the
70-inch
A24
TV.
or whatever art house film. Now, granted, anything in the Oscars and all that baloney that are like Emmy Hunter movies, I don't care about.
Yeah.
But a good movie, if you spend the money to make it, you get most of your recuperation of funds through ticket sales.
Yeah.
So if you want quality movies,
you want to support
theory,
them. Yeah.
And that goes for like anything. I remember back in the day when I was like using LimeWire 24/7.
R.I.P. family computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just had like this I don't know who I was listening to. Someone made a comment, but it's like if you support it and you're getting it for free, that's gonna fit. Like there's no support for them now. That's gonna fizzle out. So I don't know why, but that like hard and fast rule. Like if I really want to support something, I'll pay an extra $10. I don't care.
Yeah. Which is an interesting statement on the way things are heading and how so many things are specifically being made for streaming services now. Because it's like
I do video on demand though. I do pay the $20 to rent a movie.
Oh, see, I don't do that very often. Yeah. I think I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I've done that.
There hasn't been many $20 ones, but like the $6 ones all the time. If I'm ready to watch them and shit.
We're talking about cinematic experiences, and we just talked about the theaters around Asheville, and the only thing that keeps popping in my head right now in this conversation is when me and Ben went to go see 1917 at the Regal.
Oh, that's a movie. If you did not see in theaters, you just don't even watch the movie.
That's honestly, I've heard that. I'm like, I don't want to watch. I haven't seen it, and that's the reason why. I missed.
You have a 70-inch TV, dude. You got to do it.
The sound on it's so trash. I need a sound bar.
I bought it. I rented it on Amazon one time and forced my whole family to sit down and watch it. And even watching it on a smaller TV at home, it was like a religious experience. It's such a good movie.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah, okay. It changed. Oh man, remember my friends who were like, "There wasn't enough shooting." Like
I was so mad. It's a war. Yeah, I'm sitting there by the end of it. I'm sitting there tearing up. Ben's like in shambles, just like quietly sobbing to himself. And then his two friends from Best Buy are sitting there like, wasn't enough explosions. Like,
oh my God. I hate people like that.
Yeah, you should definitely rent it. If you've got that big of a TV, like you should definitely check it out.
We have a cool setup. I just need a sound bar in some of these movies.
You just need and this is tips for everybody who enjoys the at-home experience. A 3.1 channel sound bar, you'd be fine.
Yeah. You
want to get the 3 because you get that center channel for the voice. Turn that up by itself.
Oh. The Best Buy knowledge is coming into effect. I love it. Finally.
It's all I'm good for.
It's all I'm good for.
Home entertainment system. It's all I need.
Yeah, dude. You got questions about watching some good movies and some good sound? Well, just come talk to Mike. I'll set you straight.
That's the corporate Best Buy accent, the official accent.
Whoa. Breaking news. Andrew, what do you got for us?
What?
Andrew, breaking news. What do you have for us?
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting to be put on the spot. Anyways.
Breaking news, Andrew. What do you have for us?
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Breaking news. We now have a shop, a merch shop. It's boredtilldeathpodcast.com. Eventually, there's going to be a full website.
boredtilldeathpodcast.com!
I love how no one tells me what is going to actually happen. I know the gist, and then it's just like chaos.
Andrew and I kind of planned that just because your reactions to some of these things are hilarious. So we want to keep some natural...
This is a wonderful working relationship. You know, I'm busy at work for 8 hours. I come home and get random noises and news. It's great. Do we actually have a website?
It's technically not a full website yet, but the URL, I bought the domain so we can build out a full website from that page. And there's a shop and a contact. And our Patreon, which is also up now, is patreon.com/boredtilldeathpodcast. We have 3 tiers currently up. So if you like what we do on the free episodes that come out every Monday and you want to support the future of the show, you can always pick the low tier. It's $3 a month just to support us and help
Keep this going.
Yeah, help fund future stuff that we want to do. If you want to have benefits for being a Patreon, you can join the mid tier, which is $10, and it gives you access to 2 extra episodes per month that are uncut, unedited, and they will likely have video with them, and it's just where we'll deep dive further into some of these subjects that we usually talk about, have more laughs. It might get a little more crazy. There you go.
Here Ben and I yell at each other.
Yeah. And then if you really want to support, you can join the high tier, which also gives you access to the extra episodes, but then also there's other added benefits on top of that. Some of them are kind of funny, and we're going to discuss a little bit more of that.
More to come on that.
Yeah, more to come on that. So, but we have that up, and we have merch.
Cool. Hell yeah. I love some of these designs up. If y'all out there listening right now, you should go check them out. I can't wait to wear this hot dog hoodie. Yes, we made a Glizzy hoodie. Yep. I can't wait.
The Glizzy was a hot topic. We had to do something with it.
Hell yeah. And then Jackson, my dog, he's on a hoodie.
Yep.
On a photo I took on iPhone.
Are you proud? Are you proud, Taylor?
I never thought a photo of mine would be out there for sale. I love it. I love it.
So we got hoodies, we got shirts, we got crew neck sweatshirts, we got mugs, we got a stainless steel tumbler. I'm going to be adding other stuff to it. There's going to be sticker sheets and all kinds of other goodies. So
there's a lot for jumping off.
Yeah,
right away.
It's kind of cool.
I'm looking at it for the first time right now. It's awesome. Oh yeah, good job on that. I know you've been busting your ass getting that done all day and stuff.
Thank you.
Ben, you got to start modeling again.
Yep.
Has the beers added on? You're gonna have a little. You're gonna have to move up a size. A free shirt for you.
No, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
it's not as pretty as I was 5 years ago.
Yeah, the mustache works.
I don't like that answer.
Yeah.
No. Give me that. No, you look great.
I just remember that video I took of us walking down Stone Mountain after hiking all the way up it.
Yes.
Andrew's about to die. I'm like, and then there's Ben in the background flexing his bicep.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm good. We're good." I'm like, "This son of a bitch."
It was a dark time for me.
Full on. Oh, we remember. We remember.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna end up telling everyone this whole damn trip before we even get to November when we actually tell the whole damn trip.
Could be a bonus episode on the Patreon.
There you go.
Maybe it was a whole episode about boys trip.
There you go.
That might be a good idea. If you want to know about this boys trip, sign up for the Patreon. That's a good idea.
We're gonna see someone subscribe and be like, "Shit,
we actually record it." We're gonna have one person subscribe to it. We're gonna constantly give them 2 free episodes.
Here you go.
We're putting hours of work in for this one guy for $20. I love it. Well, we will be thankful if that's you out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
cool.
It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah! Guess what?
What?
And now it's time for Andrew's
Jam of the Week.
Hell yeah. I made that. I'm proud of that right there.
Oh my god.
Hello, Satan?
What? What'd you say?
I said hello, Satan? Why did that go so low?
And now, let's hear it one more time.
Jam of the Week.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. Yeah, he's gonna come.
Danger.
He's gonna come with like a pop song or something.
Wow, I nice.
I love just throwing you on the spot. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thanks.
Twice.
Yeah. So here we go. Jam of the Week. I guess it's happening right now. Jam of the Week. Before I get into the album, I'm just going to talk about the artist behind it real quick because everything he does is extremely impressive. And actually, this suggestion comes from Ben this week because while I always see this guy's stuff and I've known about him probably since quarantine, I always forget to include him in stuff like this. So yeah. His name is it took me forever to figure out how to pronounce his name, but Toby Nwigwe.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith, yeah. No, he's an American rapper from Houston, Texas, one of the outlying neighborhoods. Dude, this guy's output is insane. He has since 2017, he's had 8 albums, full-length albums, 2 EPs, and 1 live album that he's put out. And he can't make a bad song to save his life. He's just awesome. So the album that I'm actually covering is called Moments. It dropped this year, and it's spelled M-O and then Mints, M-I-N-T-S. Because if you notice, if you've ever seen any of his music videos, there's a recurring color palette that he uses in every single video where everything is white or mint green. It's all just those colors, and it works so well. It's super clean looking. The production on every single one of his tracks that I've ever heard just feels so fresh and just a breath of fresh air for the genre that he comes from.
Breath of fresh ass. That's what I said.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. No, he's just really good, and he was raised Catholic, and I think it's really hilarious because he has a blend of kind of a wholesome family dad vibe, and also I will shoot you if you cross me vibe. It's the weirdest combination, Catholic. But it's so funny at the same time. And yeah, no, everything he does is very good. His lyrics are very well thought out. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say on it other than he's just really good. Standout tracks from this album would be Round Here, Get a Little Bag, Been Broke, and Head to Hades.
Yeah, Round Here is what turned. I think you've shared it on Facebook.
Yeah, and actually,
I saw the Round Here video.
Yeah, and actually, just like 2 days ago, I shared his video that he dropped for Get a Little Bag. That song has been stuck in my head ever since I first heard it. It's so good. Everything he does is just sounds so fresh and new. And I was thinking about this the other day, actually. It's not a thing just in hip hop or anything. It's in anything that can count as artistic expression. But you can always tell the people when they put out stuff that is exactly who they are. They're not trying to ride fads. They're not trying to copy other people who have done stuff well. You can tell when someone pours their entire self into a project, whether it's music or art or whatever. And that's this guy. 100%. So
hell yeah. I makes me appreciate the music even more.
Oh yeah.
I could not even really like the music, but if I know what kind of musician you are and what you're doing for it, I can appreciate you and stuff. And listen.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. So definitely check that out. The album's called Moments, and it was released this year. It's brand new. So
I've been meaning to check him out. I've seen y'all post him a bunch.
Oh yeah. I think it's kind of funny. Also, he puts his wife. Her name is Fat.
Wait, what?
She goes by Fat. That's her stage name because she also raps, and she's in most of his songs, and in most of his videos he has his whole family in it. His wife is in it, even if she's not singing in the songs. His wife will just be in the background or one of the dancers or something, and a lot of times he'll have his kids in it. He just has these 3 toddlers randomly in the video. And I don't know, there's something really cool about that, about being a hip hop artist that is just a straight up family man and embraces it to a degree where they're literally, his whole family's just in his videos. And I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
Dope.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, boys, we all say get on out of here. It's a good episode.
Okay.
Not bad this week. I give it a nice 4.5 out of 5.
Okay. I thought Ben was going to say something.
I'm going to put a Post-it note over Ben's camera because I swear I just see him like come up. I'm like, okay, what's he about to say?
Yeah.
All right, y'all hear the music. Let's get on out of here.
Check out the merch store.
Leave, y'all?
Check out the merch store.
Yes.
Bored Till Death podcast.com. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/boredtilldeathpodcast. Yeah.
5 greatest rappers of all time: Dylon, and Dylon.
All right,
I don't know what that is.
I guess that was Ben's Jam of the Week suggestion.
Have you guys never watched Dave Chappelle Show?
It's been a long time,
minute,
dude.
but yes, I've seen them all, but it's been a minute.
Oh.
And also, the last time I watched it, yeah, I'll just say that I was a little inebriated. Say toodles, everyone.
Toodles, everyone.
Oh wait, we haven't said bye yet.
Well, we did, but
No.
then we started kept talking.
Guys, when I said we haven't said bye yet, that's a great bit to leave off of. And then you're like, ugh. It's called acting, nerds.
It's called
can't wait to
acting.
clip
Look it up.
I can't wait to clip that. Oh, Jesus Christ.